Everybody, Steve Ritter here. So, took a little trip out to Al Ain, which is a town east of Abu Dhabi. Kind of get some desert shots here and a little bit of what it looks like outside the city. As you can see, it's so all the major roads in Abu Dhabi are lined with trees and greenery and everything else. So most of the major roads like this, you really don't get the shot of the desert so much. But I try to get a few shots in, and there's some real nice, interesting features on the way out there. Some big sand dunes and colors and everything else. So I think it's a nice little drive, enjoyable, and I'll kind of chat as we go along some of the things I see as we're traveling along here. Probably here's a little side shot, so you can kind of see what it looks like outside of the little green zone. It reminds me of flying over Egypt and what it looks like with the Nile and how you have this little ribbon of green through a sea of desert. So that's probably, you can see out there to the left there, that's a little bit more of what it looks like outside the cities and the natural topography of the area. But like I said, very extensive tree planting and put greenery out there, and it's real nice. Palm trees lining the road all the way. As you can see there, that's the desert. It's a little bit more. It's a lot more open. Just small scrub stuff is kind of the natural flora and fauna there. All right, so picking it back up here. Off to the right, you see those white covered areas. There's a lot of farms on the way out there as well. So Al Ain is a big oasis town, and a lot of there's a natural aquifer there, and there's an oasis. Get a lot of water from there, and of course I'm sure pumped in from the city of Abu Dhabi out to the farms, and there may be some wells out there too. But there's a lot of farms on the way to Al Ain. A lot of farms, chicken processing plants and chicken farms, or I guess it'd be a chicken ranch, wouldn't it? See a lot of that on the way. Dates, a lot of date farms. So they try to grow a lot of their own food here. It's really interesting. You can see those right there are toll overhangs there. So as you go past, there's a little camera that'll take a picture of your license plate. Every car is registered, and they know who owns what car, and you get charged. Good news is it's a holiday this week, so no charge. So the tolls are pretty cheap. It's I think it's like $1 maybe or something like that. And the most they'll charge you in a month is like $30 or something for tolls. So it's not bad at all. Those you folks that live and work around New York City, certainly. So, on the way to Al Ain, it's nice little overpasses there, nice shrubbery and everything. It's nice. All right, back. So, cool thing is the speed limit's 160 kilometers an hour, which you're going to see me passing a lot of people. I'm not speeding. I'm actually going the speed limit. It was pretty crazy going that fast. But you get there quicker, which is about 100 miles an hour. So that was kind of cool. Get to go 100 miles an hour legally. So, but clipping right along. Again, nice manicured, everything all the way there to the city. Is these trees all the way, and it's like this on the way up to Dubai as well. It's really nice. I mean, they really have invested a lot in landscaping and everything else. You can see a lot of the trees. Of course, those trees are adapted for the hot, dry climate. You wouldn't want to put, elm tree or something like that there. It wouldn't last very long, I'm sure. So hot, arid. They keep it watered. There's water lines that run all along through there, all the way there for 100 miles. It's pretty impressive, the investment and all. So again, I'm blowing past these people so fast. Start getting a little self-conscious. You're like, am I speeding here? Is it no, they're just not driving speed limit. So, but they have speed cameras set up. Like again, if they'll catch you. You can always kind of tell the locals know exactly where all the cameras are. So if you tuck it in behind one of them, you can kind of like, when you see them slam on brakes, you know there's a speed camera coming up. So, but that's not the case here. I just happen to be going speed limit. I always go a few miles an hour below it, just to make sure. Never can't tell if the speedometer's off. So you can see, get a shot. Now we're starting to get a shot of some of the sand dunes. So there's some big dunes there. It's really, really pretty, and they have a nice color to them too. They kind of, it's more of an orangey. Well, the kids would make fun of the way I say orange. It's like one syllable, orange. Orange dunes. Off to the left there, you can see a little bit more open country. But again, trees lining the whole way is kind of tough to see. But big open fields. There's some camel farms out there. They'll have some. You'll see camels, kind of like the cows, steer, and all that in the U.S. out in those big open fields out in the Midwest. They kind of have the same thing with camels. It's kind of fun. It's like a camel ranch. It's kind of funny. So there's a big dune off to the right there. It's just it's pretty cool, I mean, you kind of thought about pulling over to the side of the road and running up the side of those, and then I looked at the temperature outside and I said I thought better of it. So cruising right along, kind of makes it. This is a nice little drive to Al-Ain. It's not too bad at all. Very nice. Up here there's a sign for palace. So there's some palaces along the way, and there's a lot of royalty here. The royal family, the sheikh, and then of course their family. They're kind of divided in clans, so you have a lot of the same family names. There's a lot of guys in the squadron that come over for training. A lot of them have the same family name. They're all related through blood. It's like clans in Scotland. That's kind of what it's like. Real tight. So continue on up the road here. So this is a really cool view coming up here now. So little village farm area over there to the right. This is kind of a commune here, a little farming commune village. Got a nice, you always kind of have to watch when you pass, because you never can't tell when somebody's going to be on there looking at their cell phone or drifting over in your lane. As we kind of make this turn, you really see the colors there on the dunes there. That's really, really nice. So watching this guy here, see him kind of drifting over. Never can't tell if they just keep coming over or what. But real pretty with the dunes there. And of course, guys will, in the winter time when it's a lot cooler, they have clubs that'll go out and go dune busting. So they'll take big, 4-wheel drive, Humvees or whatever out into the desert, like clubs. They'll follow each other. You kind of have a guide with the big Jeeps or whatever, and they just kind of go dune busting. They just go driving through the desert. And of course, you have to let a lot of the air out of your tires, which is kind of cool. But they'll get out there and go out and have picnics and things like that. So I'm kind of looking forward to doing stuff like that with the Ravishing Mrs. Ritter when she comes out. But real pretty dunes. Getting out there dune busting. They have experiences where you can go out camping out in the desert. A lot of people will do that in the wintertime when it's really nice. get out there and you'll see little fires off in the distance out in the desert. It's really nice, kind of like back in the old days with the Arabs out in the desert, shepherds, and how they used to live. And of course, the camping now, they have some big excursions that go out there and they'll set a tent up and cook and all that. So it's really, really cool. I'm looking forward to doing that. And nice views. The dunes pick up more and more until when we get to Al Ain, and then we start getting into some mountains. So hope you enjoyed the drive. It's a nice little drive, and appreciate you coming along with me. We'll see you next time.